Hello everybody, ArashiYT here, your coach of the Martini Eiscues, bringing you week 9 of the BBL Season 4 Minors League as we take on Coach Kyle O, coach of the Jacksonville Jolteons. Week 9, after this we have one more week to go, and if we want to reach playoffs, we really could use a win this week. So of course I will show you guys the team that we are using in this match. This is all again not a live commentary match, so I will show you guys the replay of the match itself, but this is the team that we're using this week. So the first 5 months are quite predictable, because it's, well, not really predictable, 4 are quite predictable. We have like 2 other months that are joining the party. But first off, we have Darkrai with choice specs, Bad Dreams with Dark Pulse, Focus Blast, Sludge Bomb and Psychic. Then we of course have our Expert Belt, Speed Boost, Blaziken with Flare Blitz, a Low Kick, a Brave Bird and Protect. Then we have Sandaconda, and we're going to use again a Scope Lens Sandaconda set with Drill Run, Stone Edge, Glare and Coil. Coil this time so that if we have the option, we can actually boost those attack and defenses and try to hit hard together with its Scope Lens. And with Drill Run and Stone Edge, we have a high chance to crit somebody. Then we have a Maywell here with the Maywellite, Mega Maywell of course, Intimidate, and of course Huge Power once Mega with Fire Fang, Play Rough, Sucker Punch and Iron Head. Then we have a Suicune here with leftovers, Calm Mind, Ice Beam, Scald and Substitute. And next up, making his debut this season for the Martini Eiscues, we have Druddigon with a Rocky Helmet, Mold Breaker, and also Stealth Rocks, Toxic, Earthquake, and Dragon Tail. So you know, Darkrai, Blaziken, Maywell, and Suicune, those 4 you've seen very regularly with the Martini Eiscues this season. And then Sandaconda helps us out with some coverage, because my opponent really has like a good weakness against the ground type. And Druddigon is here to take some hits with the Rocky Helmet then, and you know, putting up the Stealth Rocks. Hopefully Druddigon can be like a good switch into some of his mon to set up the Stealth Rocks, or maybe even try to Toxic somebody. And with Mold Breaker, we can absolutely hit one of the biggest threats on my opponent's team, and that is the Rotom Wash. Now, my opponent's team is as followed. He has the Gliscor, he has the Reshiram, he has the Rotom Wash as mentioned before, he has the Mega Gallade, Tapu Bulu, also a big threat, and the Skuntank. Now, of course, with Mold Breaker, we can hit the Rotom Wash with Earthquake on Druddigon, but I thought my lead would be the Suicune, because Suicune really pretty much does well against a lot of my opponent, and I thought my opponent would start off with the Gliscor. Now my opponent will start off with a Rotom Wash instead, so I thought I don't want to get full switched on my Suicune, so I go into my Druddigon. Now he can go into his Reshiram and try to fire off a Draco Meteor, so I switch back into my Suicune, because my Suicune can actually tank one Draco Meteor, get some leftovers recovery back, and due to the special attack drop on the Reshiram, he's forced to go back into his Rotom Wash. Now we're gonna hit Scald, and we're gonna get the burn, very lucky, and now I'm here forcing myself out into the Druddigon yet again, predicting another Volt Switch, and of course he goes back into his Reshiram. Now I'm hoping he would hit us with another Draco Meteor, so I go into my Maywell, and that prediction was correct because he went for the Draco Meteor, and now I made a switch in back into my Suicune. Now, let me actually explain why I did this. In my head, I thought that this Reshiram could be like Choice Scarfed or Choice Packs. And I wanted to see if that's true. So I switched back into my Suicune here, predicting he would go either switching out to the Gliscor, or, you know, going into Rotom Wash back again. And then I had to maybe switch out back again. But I went into my Suicune here after he hit the Draco Meteor on the Maywell. Now, he goes for the Blue Flare. That tells me, of course, that he's not Choice Packs. I made a good switch in because Maywell didn't got hit by the Blue Flare. So this gives me the advantage of, you know, okay, now we know he isn't choiced, and we have some more momentum. The only downside is that my Suicune is very low on health right now. So what did I do here? I did the most reasonable thing that I could do, and that is sacking off my Suicune here on the upcoming Draco Meteor so that I can bring in my Sandaconda. Now Sandaconda is going to do a lot. We are going to hit that Stone Edge. We're not going to get the crit, unfortunately. He's going to set up the Stealth Rocks while I was going for the Cold, predicting he was going for like a Stealth Rocks, maybe for a Roost even. And here he switches out into the Rotom Wash. We are going to get a crit, and that is going to be a kill for the Sandaconda. Now Sandaconda is going to do so much more amazing things in this match, but we're looking pretty good right now. You know, after that Quill, that critical hit with the Stone Edge, which was mainly thanks to the scope lens there. But let's continue and see how this is going to turn out. He's going to go into Tapu Bulu. I don't want my Sandaconda to get hit by a Wood Hammer, so I went into my Meiwa so we can get the Intimidate drop off and tank that Wood Hammer. Now I brought Iron Head to my Meiwa, so we are going to Mega Evolve and click Iron Head as he is going to go into the Gliscor. We're going to get another crit. That was a very lucky crit on our part, but I am going to go into my Sandaconda here because it's one of the best answers to this thing, as he is going to reveal Roost here. Now I could do several things. I could have Coiled up again, I could have Stone Edged again, and I went for the Glare because I knew he was not going to stay in with the Gliscor. Now that was very, very risky for my part, because if he stayed in and if he had like Swords Dance or anything on his Gliscor, that could have been very scary for us, because Gliscor is a huge threat to my team now that Suicune is gone earlier in this match. So I switch back out my Sandaconda in the upcoming Tapu Bulu because it's not going to do that much, and if he does hit the Wood Hammer, a Rough Skin plus the recoil damage from the Wood Hammer would put him like more in range. And here I just thought, you know what, let's put up my own Stealth Rock so it's like even out on the field, as he is going to go into his Reshiram where I Dragon Tail. Now let me actually get back right here, because him switching out here into the Gliscor, I kinda could predict that. He could have hit me maybe with another move, but I was like, okay, he's paralyzed, I probably outspeed him, I have, you know, means to maybe hit him. So him switching out into the Gliscor, that's okay. But then I went for the Dragon Tail here. I thought maybe he's gonna go for the Earthquake, maybe he's gonna go for like something else. Maybe again for a Swords Dance to try to, you know, boost his Gliscor. He actually went into the Reshiram, and a Dragon Tail will switch him out again. I'm not gonna lie, that was very lucky for my part. That was very, very lucky for my part, because I thought I was basically here sacking off my Druddigon, because I wouldn't think that Druddigon would be doing any more stuff in this match. So that was very lucky on my part, but it worked out well for me there. Now the Skuntank is here, and Skuntank is just going to click Play Rough and kill off my Druddigon, get some Rocky Helmet damage. Now I can go into my Meiwa and I can just, you know, try to click Iron Head or Play Rough. I'm gonna go for the Iron Head. The Flamethrower from the Skuntank wouldn't kill, so Meiwa is going to get a kill here. Now he's gonna click Coax Combat. I could have Sucker Punched here, but on the off chance he Sword Stance, I clicked Play Rough. So, you know, that was the less risky play of my part. Here I go into my Blaziken, Protect of course, because after one Protect we outspeed the Gallade. I called that while team building, so the Brave Bird will kill off the Mega Gallade, and that is very, very fine. Now of course I did not want to risk losing my Blaziken there, so I went back into my obvious switch in on this Gliscor, which is the Sandaconda. He goes into the Tapu Bulu, puts up back the Grassy Surge. We're gonna click Stone Edge. That doesn't kill the Tapu Bulu on the first turn, but on the second turn we are going to connect that Stone Edge, and that will kill off the Tapu Bulu. So that's the second kill for Sandaconda in this match. Now we are going to see a blue flare that is going to kill Sandaconda, but because of the Sand Spit from the Sandaconda earlier, the Sandstorm will kill off the Reshiram, meaning that Reshiram of Sandaconda now has 3 kills. So Dark Pulse will now kill the Gliscor, but on the second turn the Darkrai will connect with another Dark Pulse, killing off the Gliscor, meaning that we're going to win this match with 2-0. Also meaning that we're now currently on 5 wins and 4 losses for this season, which means as well that we are very, very close to playoffs. If we win the last week of regular season, I think playoffs is 100% certain, which was my goal at the beginning of the season, to try to reach playoffs by maybe, you know, getting to place 8 or 7. But the last couple of weeks I've been playing so strongly, very hyper offensively, but also in a way that it does work out well for me in the end. Alas, we do have some luck in these matches, which could have easily backfired on us. A couple of weeks ago we had like a lot of crits in our favor. Now we had a crit that was predicted because I did brought a scope lens Sandaconda, so I was kind of aiming for the crit to kill off certain mons. But like me dragon tailing with Dredigon and him switching out in the exact mon that could not take a dragon tail, me getting a crit with, which mon was it? I think it was like the Maywell that got a crit with the Iron Tail earlier. You know, that's very, very lucky, but you know, that's Pokemon, that's RNG, and I'll take those if that brings me to the, you know, playoffs. But yeah, Sandaconda played very well. I really loved using Sandaconda in this match. Dredigon also did a lot in this match in what it needed to do, like putting up the stealth rocks, trying to whittle down the opponent with the rough skin or rocky helmet. Dredigon is such an amazing mon. I always said that if you want to use a mon and you're a beginning draft league player, like if you have the option to use mons that aren't in the national decks of like the new region, I say just use Dredigon. Dredigon is such a versatile mon. I really love Dredigon. And I'm happy that I traded it off this season, or traded it on this season together with like the likes of Sandaconda. Alright, I'm not going to babble on for too long, otherwise this will be like a 20-minute video again. And I don't want this video to be 20 minutes or 15-20 minutes because it's a post-commentary match. Next week we'll have to face off against the Springfield Stalls, if I'm not mistaken. That's week 10, that's the final week of regular season. After that, we'll know if we reach playoffs. If you did enjoy this match, however, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, share this video with others, and slash the subscribe button, because then you get notified every time I upload a new video, and that is sincerely appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.